Bellerin, Xhaka and Lacazette are three of the main core players that have come from previous regimes that have got to go for us to move forward. Yo people, it's TWG, the Gym Gooner. And listen, don't get it twisted, I've not been in hiding or anything stupid like that. But the level of disappointment that Arsenal performance against Liverpool brought was a lot. So I had to just take a step back and review the whole situation. Now first and foremost, well done Liverpool. You got the 3 points. But let's have it right, all 3 goals were gifted. Let's just ignore the first half. It was a ball draw for everything it was. And that's the only one thing that Arsenal did well, which was to go in at half-time at 0-0. Following that, the second half was the worst half I've seen under Arteta. Yeah, the Aston Villa game, we got slapped bad. But this one, against a team who has lost points against Burnley, Brighton and Fulham, we didn't even lay a finger on. The first goal, Leno, you have to be saving that. Yeah, the cross from Trent had amazing speed and whip on it, and Jota added that extra power to it with the header. But still, you're one of the best shot stoppers in the league. You have to be saving that. The second one, Gabriel, for me, he did all he could. You can argue he should have stayed on his feet, but he went to swipe it away, and Salah was pressing hard. But once again, Leno, you can't be getting megged by Salah on his right foot. And the third, which sums up the Arsenal defence, absolute capitulation at the back. Rob Holding, how are we giving him a new contract? Look, I'm not that kind of fan who digs players out, but Rob Holding simply isn't good enough, and he's not alone. There's so many in the squad that are just simply not good enough for Arsenal Football Club. The thing is, we as Arsenal fans have got to understand that this is a transitional season. We are levels off actually consistently challenging Liverpool and Man City. But as far better as Liverpool are, there is no denying that we put it on a plate for them and made them look that much better. We made this season's Liverpool look like last season's Liverpool. Nat Phillips and Kabak look like VVD and Gomez. And who's that because of? The attackers, Aubameyang, Lacazette, Pepe. Wow. They may as well not have been on the pitch. For me, the only 2 players who tried to play was Tierney and Partey. And Tierney went off at half-time. And listen, Arteta got it wrong. Arteta got it badly wrong. His subs were absolutely pointless. Arteta and Arsenal showed Liverpool way too much respect. We should have played how every other team has played against them this season and gone for their necks. As for our captain, he's been missing all season. Yeah, I got a bit excited about his new hairdo, but so did you, don't lie. As for Lacazette, you already know my thoughts on him. If we're looking to progress, rebuild and move forward, he's got to go. It's as simple as that. You have to understand, the reason Lacazette's in the team in the first place is because Arteta knows that Arsenal can only play one way at the moment, with the players that they've got. But for me, Bellerin, Xhaka and Lacazette are 3 of the main core players that have come from previous regimes that have got to go for us to move forward. However, what I will say, in a game like that, Granit Xhaka was missed. As for the player who played in his position, Dani Ceballos, you're going to have to get on that first plane back to Spain, bro. But anyway, that game's done and dusted now. And to be honest, it's the type of wake-up call we needed before that big game on Thursday against Slavia Prague in the Europa League. Now listen, our season actually depends on what happens on Thursday night. Europa League or bust, it's as simple as that for Arsenal and Arteta. Listen, Europa League has been that one shining light this whole season. We've got to go in there believing we can win it. Yes, Slavia Prague beat Leicester and they beat Rangers. But we're not Leicester and we're not Rangers. We are the Arsenal. And regardless of that beating from Liverpool in our previous game, I believe Arsenal can win this game. The first thing Arsenal must do is put Martinelli in that starting 11. The energy, the endeavour and the intensity that he brings, none of the other Arsenal players can bring. Aubameyang, he has to take a seat. He needs to evaluate what is going on with himself. Mari has to start. For me, he's the most composed defender that we've got. We need his calmness. We need his control of the ball. And we will need his aerial ability. Arteta has to get into their heads and let them know this is it. A massive boost for Arsenal will be the fact that Bukayo Saka will be available. Hopefully he can even start because Arsenal must start on the front foot and must score that first goal. Now, aside from winning the game, each and every Arsenal player must do all that they can to leave a bit on that racist Andrej Kudela. Just like Gareth Bale did, we need to kick racism out of football. The fact that Glenn Kamara was a former Arsenal player must be known to these players. And if not for themselves, win it for Kamara. Arteta as well should have that added fire, being a former Rangers player. Listen, if the Arsenal, who battered Chelsea black and blue, who took all 3 points at the North London derby, can turn up, it will be a lovely Europa League night. Just what we need off the back of that last performance. Let's go in with the positivity, the right mindset and the belief that we can get through, and we will. This is it, Arsenal. Let's go!